So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.J. Green with another touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his second touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Being chased out left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdowns. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he's got a man complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing.
Foul, face mask, defense.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
Now Breeze. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes. Good punt. This offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Breeze now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Jackson. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75. This offense has been humming right along along. They've been scoring a lot of points here in the first half. We'll see if they can add more to their total. From the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl or Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Jackson. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Breeze now to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a first down throw. Gone toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Manti-Te'o with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And Watson has it right side. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why did you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Trey Hendrickson in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now gone. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen.
They've got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A.J. Green with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Saints just continue to roll. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And Watson has it right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15. Come on, don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3, but from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smells terrible. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, here's Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on third. Gone. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback and putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receiver?
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Jackson, 76 yards. And the Saints are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdowns. Catches, he's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A big run there by Gurley. 49 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the red zone now, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter, they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He's got it at the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards. Now Breeze. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road. 2
incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The quick slant caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. A quick handoff to Vitale. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes there's a little bit of courage in play calling that maybe we don't give enough credit.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Saints just continue to roll. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play that time for the Rams. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now they go screen. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team is picked.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. To throw is Breeze. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Jackson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints are pouring it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Breeze going to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Deshaun Jackson from 4 yards out. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least
on like the 5th tune.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Here's Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing. Well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now it's gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Goff now looks to throw. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Gurley going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Breeze is looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 85 yards.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 3rd and 2. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. To the air again. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 51 yards. Brees going to throw here. Flushed out right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10.